Here we go. Let's see. The future of esports. This is interesting because obviously a lot's changed since we know that there's probably no more OWL. So let's see what this means. Here we go.
Hey friends, long time no see. I know myself, and probably all of you
so
watching have been eagerly waiting to hear about the new esports program for Overwatch. And guess what? The wait is over. I have two special guests joining me today to share some exciting news about the future. So please welcome Overwatch Executive Producer Jared News and Overwatch Esports Product Lead Bailey McCann. What's up,
it's Jared
guys?
and Bailey. They're both awesome.
I just want to dive straight in. Share the news. What's good? What's going on in Overwatch Esports?
All right, Overwatch 2, as we all know, is a very competitive game. It's fast, it's dynamic, and it's at its best when two closely matched teams are battling it out over a control point or fighting over our buddy TS1. It's our goal as a development team to ensure that all of our players get to experience the thrill of competition. Esports competitions are critical to Overwatch 2. They give us an opportunity to celebrate the best Overwatch players in the world and to showcase their skills.
As we've been listening to our community about everyone's thoughts on Overwatch Esports, we've tailored a vision for what we want our new ecosystem and premier circuit to look like, with these underlying principles. First is open competition. Anyone who wants to get involved and compete in Overwatch Esports, they should just be able to jump in, with any 5 players able to make a team and make it all the way to the top of Overwatch Esports without any barriers in their way. Always on. We've heard lots and lots of feedback about how long the off-seasons can be, and how the lack of anything to play for and watch can make coming back to competitive Overwatch Esports even harder. So we're looking to support meaningful competition that is always going to be happening for our players and fans. Next is a regional focus. We recognize that players across the globe have different preferences, and there's truly no one-size-fits-all solution for Overwatch Esports. So we've designed our new program with some regional partners who can expertly tailor the experience across each region. It's crucial that we support a premier circuit to celebrate the pinnacle of Overwatch Esports competition.
And I do want to point out, by the way, just to pause this very quickly and we'll continue on with the video. This is something that Overwatch has needed for a long time, is having more of ways to participate in the league that isn't. So once Overwatch League got introduced, a lot of the other scenes kind of got, you didn't see as much tier 3 or even tier 2, with contenders. A lot of it just became OWL and that's it. And you couldn't have any sponsors come into the game. It was very, the way OWL structured everything was, it was very hard for teams to be able to join in, orgs to join in. There was no point because it was basically, you either buy in the huge buy-in was for OWL, or you're just you can't do anything because your orgs have sponsors that conflict with OWL. So.
However, we understand that this competition necessarily doesn't always reach all of our players. With our new ecosystem, we're excited to support a few unique programs that will have opportunities with tailored experiences for players of all levels to get involved with. We're happy to introduce the new premier competitive circuit that we've just spoke so much about, the Overwatch Champions Series.
Okay, so it's called the Overwatch Champions Series. Okay, so that's the new esports. I'm okay with that. So I'm curious to see how this is structured, though.
Wow, the Overwatch Champions Series. Oh, WCS, I love the sound of that. So let's dive into this. What details can you share about the OWCS?
The OWCS is the premier international competitive Overwatch circuit. We're going to have 3 regions of competitions that are open to players across North America, Europe, Middle East, and North Africa, or EMEA, and Asia. Each region's competition is going to contain multiple open qualifiers and regional tournaments.
I like that.
These regional tournaments will determine the top teams.
Oh, so they're going to have a major now. Okay.
That will be competing at our 2 live events that we'll be having across the year.
I'm going to pause very quickly. This is very much kind of like what you see with other games. I like this. I like a major and then the finals. So basically what you do with a major, right? This is good. I like this. You have stages, you have qualifiers, you have majors. Also, just a little side note, if we're able to co-stream this, I will be co-streaming matches, just so you know. I don't know any of the co-streaming details, but my guess is this will probably be back on Twitch. OWL had a lot of rules that made it impossible for us to be able to stream and co-stream matches on Twitch, right? Made it impossible to be able to do that. Now we're going to be able to hopefully co-stream. If it is on Twitch, obviously there's more details. I would love to be able to co-stream it. We had a ton of fun during the World Cup. I would still like to be able to do this. So
that will be bringing the best players in the world together to compete.
So how exactly will this work for each of those regions?
For NA and EMEA, we will support 4 regional tournaments that are each going to have their own online open qualifiers. Each of these open qualifiers will be advancing teams to these regional tournaments where teams are going to battle out and ultimately determine who is qualifying for the 2 international events that we'll be hosting throughout.
I want to go back to that very quickly, just to pause.
Battle out and ultimately determine who is qualifying.
This is all great, by the way. This is all great. I like all of this. So you said, why did OWL not allow co-streams? That's dumb. OWL restricted a lot of stuff. So a lot of like, I saw somebody in the chat who just keeps bringing up like, oh, they should have had this to begin with. Like OWL restricted a lot of stuff from happening, and especially when they had the major buy-ins they had, it wasn't as simple as just like flipping a switch on it and doing that, right? This now is way different. This isn't going to be like this isn't going to be like you have those teams that you saw before. This is going to be back to kind of what you saw where like you're going to see probably orgs again, right? So for example, I made this example yesterday because I streamed for Shock. Shock was San Francisco Shock, but they were owned by NRG. Now you might be able to see NRG, the org, and other people involved in the esport, rather than where it restricted a lot of people from being able to join the league that was already in there. So this is a little bit different. And I like the idea of open qualifiers because this allows players to get an idea. This enables more scrims. This gives more opportunity for the idea of being able to eventually get to these. It's not just required on a bunch of things. So this allows people to build their teams the way they want to. This kind of goes back to how they've done it and how a lot of people have done it. So I just like that they're doing this. So, yeah.
Playing for the 2 international events that we'll be hosting throughout the year. We're super excited that the qualifiers will all be run through FACEIT. FACEIT is going to be the connection to the esports circuit that will provide players in the community a clearly defined and streamlined competitive experience. And for the Asia region, we will have 3 sub-regions: Korea, Japan, and Pacific. Each of these sub-regions...
Just to pause there for a second, does FACEIT do a lot of the... Is FACEIT do a lot of CS stuff right now, if I'm correct? Or are they doing Valorant also? I don't know how that specifically works with that. You said stop pausing? So this is a react video. So I usually will react to it and talk about my thoughts, because then what happens is I can actually react to each section rather than wait till the end of the video and try to remember all of it at once. So when I react to the stuff, so I'm sorry that like you want to see through it. It makes it a little bit easier on that one. So okay, Valorant's all through Riot now, so they do CS. Okay.
Regions will host multiple regional tournaments catered to each local audience. Each of these regional tournaments will be hosting open online qualifiers through WaraGG, which will then lead to their respective sub-regional championships. The best of each of those 3 sub-regions.
Okay, I don't know what that. What was the site they used there?
Esports Studio in South Korea. Their teams can battle it out to earn the right to represent the Asia region at our 2 international LAN events.
The key goal we had while creating the OWCS was to have an international program that caters to local audiences. So with that in mind, the Asia region differs from NA and EU. As you can see from the calendar, they'll have 2 regional tournaments throughout the year where the best teams in each sub-region fight their way to the top.
Okay, so this actually gives you every single event here. So it looks like NA qualifiers start in March, EMEA starts in March, and then Asia starts in February. And then if you go through here, June and July have nothing, and then it shows you all of the schedule right here. Do you see this? So this is basically the schedule. I like the schedule. June and July are just kind of like, yeah, this is good. This is good. People might say about the June and July break, but I think this is going to give teams time to figure out what they want to do going into August. It's a little bit of a different system now. So with OWL, like the teams are set in stone the way it works, so it's a little bit different now. So it is good to see that starting next month, we're going to see esports again. And hopefully, I go back to what I was saying. I hope we can co-stream. Please let me co-stream. You have no idea how awesome I would love to do that.
Regional LAN event at WDG Studio, and ultimately qualify for international events.
International events. I know everyone loves the sound of that. What else can you share about those international events?
We'll have 2 live international events bringing together the best teams from across our
Where are they going to be at?
Regions, NA, EMEA, and
so
Asia.
Where's the major
the
at?
First of those international events will be our major in the middle of our season in the summer. And the second will be our season.
Are they going to have it in like
happening in the fall?
California?
It seems like there's going to be so much to play in and play for.
I couldn't agree more. And honestly, when looking at everything that we're going to be having on our roadmap, it really starts to set in stone how many just awesome and incredible competitive Overwatch opportunities that we'll have this year. Between OWCS, our premier international circuit, and all of the other programs, both returning and spinning up, we're just really excited about this new direction for Overwatch Esports.
I mean, I like where this is going.
As we're able to now give people of all skill levels something to play, watch, and look forward to.
Oh, Zoe, I also think we should talk about where all this competition is going to be held.
Well, yes, please, Jared, do share.
So the first international event that Bailey was talking about will be our midseason major hosted at DreamHack Dallas.
Oh.
We're incredibly excited to bring Overwatch Esports.
Ooh. I don't know. Oh, okay. So it's in Dallas. DreamHack Dallas? Okay. And I like that because now it's like, this is going to... DreamHack is pretty good at having like a lot of... Ooh, okay. So the first major is going to be at DreamHack Dallas in May. That's close. That's cool. And I do love live events. I don't know. We'll see if we end up going to this one, but I do like the idea of it. That's really, really cool. Heck yeah.
To a stage
so where's the
like
international
where
one
some
at
of
the other
most
one?
Passionate fans of the industry will be attending. What's even better is that our season finals this year will be taking the best teams from each of our OWCS regions to Europe. We know that fans of the European competitive Overwatch community have been clamoring for the
Are we
Atlanta
going to
event,
have
and we are so
aimbotters
stoked
in
to bring it to
tournaments like
DreamHack.com.
CS2?
Oh,
All of these
DreamHack
international
Stockholm.
and regional tournaments
For the
are all gonna
finals.
have
Those in
double
Stockholm.
elimination brackets. So we can get ready for some chaotic loser bracket runs.
Ooh,
I know a lot
okay.
of fans will be happy to hear that.
This is all such exciting news for all fans of Overwatch
I agree.
Esports. Is there anything else you guys would like to say to the people watching?
I'm so happy to be able to share all the new and awesome opportunities that are coming for fans in the Overwatch Esports community. And also, you won't have to actually wait long if you want to play or watch. We'll be kicking off the first OWCS qualifiers right after our Calling All Heroes Championship concludes, with competition starting in March.
Can I
And I'd like to
co-stream?
thank everyone who's worked so hard to bring the OWCS to life. This truly has been a passion project for so many of us who care deeply about Overwatch Esports and who want to see the community grow and thrive. I know we're going to see some incredible competition this year, and I can't wait for March to get here.
Can
I co-stream?
I'm not going to speak on behalf of everyone. Neither can they. The future is bright. We have so much to look forward to. Thank you both so much for coming here today and share the great news with everyone watching. So, with that said, that's it from us. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we will be seeing all of you very soon.
Heck yeah. I mean, honestly, like, I like that. I like where that's kind of going. I think it's a step in the right direction. Obviously, we're going to see how everything goes, but I do like that. That does sound good, and it kind of brings it back to what you're seeing in other games now, where it's more like you're going to see more orgs probably, or teams, and like you're going to see like a lot of different teams and all this stuff. So it's really cool. Let me see. Is a blog post with more info? Okay, let me take a look. So in NA and EMEA, teams will participate in 4 competitive stages throughout the year alongside our 2 international OWCS events. Each stage will feature an online open qualifier and main event where players can earn circuit points, which are used to determine international event qualification. Players can earn circuit points through top finishes in each of these stages. The more points a team earns, the higher they're standing on the leaderboards and seeds going to each event, which makes sense. OWCS stages in NA and EMEA will feature 3 unique tournament phases: Swiss, Groups, and the main event. The open qualifier will contain the Swiss phase alongside Groups, which qualifies teams to the main event. The Swiss phase will host a maximum of 512 teams. First of all, how awesome would it be to see 512 teams? Should I just play in this for fun? What do you think, chat? I don't know. I kind of want to co-stream, but like maybe I play in it for fun just because. Like, I don't expect to like, but I like playing in tournaments. So like, it could be one of these situations. We make a fun team for it. If we do well, then great. If we don't, we can co-stream anyway. You know what I mean? And yes, for people who have seen us play in tournaments, it's a good time. It is a good time. The Swiss phase will host a maximum of 512 teams. Okay, these 16 teams we'll see, chat. These 16 teams will compete in groups of 4, with the top 2 teams from each group advancing to the main event at our 8-team double elimination regional tournament, all run through our new partners at Faceit. And then says, stay tuned. Faceit, an open and sustainable Overwatch esports infrastructure. We are excited to announce this partnership with Faceit, whose involvement in both NA and EMEA OWCS will boost our ability to bring great experiences to the esports community. Their platform provides an open infrastructure that enables all players to find a network to connect with competitions, teams, brackets, and stand-ins, simplifying the entire experience. A streamlined Overwatch 2 Faceit experience will be the official way to play in the Overwatch Championship Series in NA and EMEA starting March 1st. Out of curiosity, by the way, are they going to try to, like, include... We know how, like... Don't they have, like, the, what is it called in CS? FPL? Do you think they're going to have that in this? Also, I need to open up my YouTube chat there. Like, I wonder if, like, they would actually add stuff like that. I don't know. A deeper look here. Oh, this is for Asia. We'll go through here. It kind of shows you the picture here. A key benefit of having a new international program with distinct regions is the ability to better provide players with experiences that best serve their unique regional needs, as such as the Asia region will look a little different from the NA and EMEA. Asia will host 3 regional subdivisions, Korea, Japan, and Pacific. Each subdivision will host multiple tournaments with formats tailored to each local audience, all with direct purpose of qualifying teams up to the OWCS. So, okay. In Asia, teams will participate in 2 competitive stages throughout the year, with each stage culminating in a respective international OWCS event. Each competitive stage will be operated by WDG, with each subdivision featuring their own respective open qualifiers leading into regional events or tournaments. These regional tournaments will then determine the best teams from each of our subdivisions to advance to the OWCS Asia Championship tournaments throughout the year. At each OWCS Asia Championship event, fans can watch their favorite teams from across all of Asia in person as they compete at the WDG Esports studio in South Korea for their spot at our global events. How is their studio? I don't know. I'll be honest with you, I don't know too much about WDG or WARA, but hopefully it ends up being really good for people. WARA will serve as the exclusive registration platform for each sub-region, open qualifiers, and the primary source for all match-related information, offering match updates, schedules, and other information. It will also provide a dedicated platform to engage with all the excitement, competition, opportunities that Overwatch Esports and the OWCS will offer for the region. How many times am I going to say OWCS, chat? What do you think? International live events at DreamHack. We are thrilled to be partnering with DreamHack, with their festivals having served as epicenters for competitive gaming for many years. I mean, DreamHack's been around for like ever. We are incredibly excited to bring some of our biggest Overwatch Esports moments to their stage as OWCS will host 2 live international tournaments at DreamHack in the 2024 season. One in the summer, during the middle of our season, another in the fall as our season finals. I'm going to be honest with you, chat. That would be pretty hype, by the way. DreamHack has had some really good tournaments, and I feel like it'd be really hype, and I hope that it does well. I think that'd be really cool. The first international event, the OWCS Major, will be at DreamHack Dallas on May 31st to June 2nd. Interesting, okay. Our season finals this year will also do something that the community has long wanted to see. Bring premier live Overwatch Esports event to Europe. So live Overwatch Esports, the top teams from each of our major regions will descend on DreamHack Stockholm later this year as we look to crown the first ever OWCS champions. Other Overwatch Esport programs. In North America and EMEA, in addition to OWCS, players and fans can look forward to many other ways to engage in Overwatch Esports with new initiatives through Face It. We are excited to provide players a variety of fresh and exciting opportunities to compete starting this spring, and we look forward to sharing details on more ways to play throughout the year. Stay tuned for future announcements with our full slate of programming in North America and EMEA. In the Asia region, in addition to OWCS, there will be further programming supported by WDG Esports. They have the WDG Cup, which is going to be a cup that is open to all, a knockout competition is open up to all teams in the Asia region and will run during the Asia OWCS offseason. Okay, it's good to have it during the offseason. The open nature of the WDG Cup encourages every team to participate and achieve standout performances. And then they have the WDG Scholastic Tournament, presents a regular competitive opportunity for the collegiate, high school, and middle school students who wish to play Overwatch 2, representing their school and scholastic community. The tournament will take place 4 times annually, ensuring students have regular opportunities to compete and enhance their skills. And this has become more and more now. Actually, this might go kind of under the radar, but like recently, what's been really cool here, is like you're seeing more like college teams and high school teams, etc. As just after being in high school and in gaming and people being like, hey, like there wasn't many people who gamed, or it felt like it at least, right? So I love that it's become more and more of a thing now, more of a norm, etc. So it's really cool to see. Okay, mark your calendars. We have seen this one. And then we've seen this image before. It just kind of showcases you the majors and the finals. And then it says, yeah, the first one, it will start at the, it all concludes in February. We heard that earlier. And then, yeah, Asia region starts in February. And then NA and EMEA start in March. Where will it be streamed? Details on where it will be shared at a later time. Am I eligible to compete? Okay, that one's different. Will there be live competition? Yes. When can I start competing? Okay. Will there be viewership incentives? There will be in-game rewards. Can I co-stream? I've learned to, I can't co-stream. It doesn't say. Can I co-stream? Please. I gotta check later to see if I can co-stream. Oh. And then it kind of talks about how you'll be able to use, Face It will announce in the coming weeks more about their programs, activities, and competitions. So, what is this? Oh, so apparently you're going to be able to use the Face It client. I wonder if they're going to do like an FPL style. Because if they're going to have a Face It client for Overwatch, I wonder if they have something set up for that. Obviously, there's no details there, but I wonder if they will. Honestly, just a side note there, I'm excited to see that stuff. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully I can co-stream. Please. I mean, I'm looking forward to all that. Like, I think that'll be huge. Like, that's just like I'm excited in that. So that's really good stuff.